pollo alla cacciatore. Cacciatore means hunter, hunter style. So it's kind of that stewy kind of cooking, delicious with good bird, a good chicken, nice and pink like this. Number one is, how do you butcher a chicken? And you begin with the wings. So when you cut meat around bones, you feel where the joint is. That will give you a good indication of where to start. Sharp knife is always essential. So let's go in. And I'm working right, got it right at the joint. The same thing with the leg. You feel the joint is in there, and you just kind of slowly go along the skin, pinpoint that joint. That's where it is, that's where you want to cut. And makes life much easier. So here it is. So here we have now the body of the chicken. I usually cut right down one side of the breastbone, just like that. This is a soft bone here, and you can cut right through. And you have opened your chicken. We want to use the breasts, but this middle part we will save for soup. So I think, cut it right here. That's one breast. And here it is. So this is great for stock, for soup. Let's save this. I like my wing cut right here again at the joint. Again, pick up the leg like this and right through the joint, like this. So now this is the breast. This is a big piece, so I'll cut it in two pieces. And just give it a little whack. There's a little bone in there. Actually, that's good. You know, as I said, it gives flavor to the meat. And we are ready to cook now. So when I usually work, you notice I move this because ultimately I'm gonna end up here. So the first is to take the chicken, flour it, and put it in the pan. You set yourself up so, you know, it's easier for you. Let me put just some salt on the meat itself. I'm gonna put some vegetable oil because I want high temperature and I want the chicken to be nice and crisp, although I do want a little bit of olive oil just here now. Okay, that's heating up. Let's flour the chicken. You know, when I was growing up, chickens were always around the house because of the eggs, because of Sunday meal was usually a chicken. I love working with chicken, but the whole chicken. The breast is great, but the whole chicken, certainly. So when you're frying things, you want the oil to come to a certain temperature. And try to always put it away from you so that it doesn't squirt on you. Okay, I'm gonna let this get nice and brown. And the vegetables, these are shiitake mushrooms. The shiitake is a great mushrooms readily obtained, but all you need to do is cut the stem off. And then I would say in pieces like that. Okay. So you wash the peppers and then you can cut the peppers that way, this way, depends on the size of the pepper. Again, you want nice chunkiness to it. Okay. Okay, that's better. I was looking for the nice coloring on my chicken. If your pot is not wide enough, don't overcrowd the chicken because it's gonna begin to steam and braise rather than crisp. Do it in 2 batches. That's another option. So I like my onions to be fairly chunky again. So let's see. Okay, that's it. And I'll keep the rest. So there's a lot of oil here, but let me just empty out the vegetable oil. And all of these little brown goodies, they actually make the sauce really good. And I start with olive oil now. This is what we're gonna ingest, so I want the best. And you don't wanna raise it to too high of a temperature. Put the onions right in there. It's a complete one dish. Vegetables, proteins, all together in one good meal. So I'm gonna season a little bit the onion. Now we can reintroduce the chicken right in here. Raise the heat now. And we want to deglaze the pan. So good wine. And what you want from wine is actually its flavor and its acidity. The alcohol eventually dissipates, and you basically have the flavor. All right, we'll add tomato sauce right in there. Now the flavoring element, you know, I love fresh herbs, and mostly I use fresh herbs. But oregano is the one herb that actually is more intense, and I like it better when it's dry. And it really is delicious. And so all you need to do is just you have to kind of work it like this. Just roll it in your hands. You save this for the next one. You wrap it in your little plastic bag, and it's good for the next time. Okay. Then I'm gonna collect it all and just put it right in the chicken. Let's mix it in. I want to give it a little bit of peperoncino. You know, I like that. Let me spice it up a little bit. And I'm going to lower the flame a little bit and let it perk away like this and cook. When it's about 3/4 of the way done, we will do the vegetables separately and then just add them in for the last 15 minutes of cooking. Alla cacciatore. Cacciatore means the hunter. So it's cooked in a certain style, usually braising, tomato base usually with different herbs. And of course, you know, the chicken, if you make chicken alla cacciatore today, doesn't take as long as the chicken that my grandmother killed for Sunday meal. But notwithstanding the timing and the textures of the meat, the cacciatore style is basically that. So let's check on the chicken. Looking good. So, you know, but I think I can use a little bit more of water in here. Don't be afraid, again, to use your common sense. We are going now to do the vegetables. So a nice pan, oil, and you'd say, well, can't you just throw the vegetables in there? You really could, but this way they build a little bit of an extra layer of flavor on the vegetables. This will give you a better chicken cacciatore. Okay, if this brown, let's put the mushrooms right in here. Okay, and whenever you're sauteing like these vegetables, you know, I'm gonna put the lid on. What that does is it kind of makes the vegetables release their own water, their own juices, and then they can caramelize better. For a large gathering, this is the drink you want to make. Easily mix and match fruits for fun new flavor combinations. Alla nostra.
Salute, Grandma.
Salute.
All right. This is Prosecco with some punch.
Will punch me.
All right, let's
Okay,
see.
let-
Un'altra volta, baby. Jabon, ti piace?
See,
You like fruits?
very much.
But this is great, you know, when we have the whole family here.
Oh, I love it to have the full table of grandchildren. What do you think?
I think, you know, for the kids, it's a little too strong. We'll omit the vodka, the Aperol, and the Prosecco, and we'll put club soda in there. What do you think?
I think you're right. Put a little bit more soda.
And should we have this punch with the whole meal, or should we begin with this and then have...
I think they will beginning with.
And then we go to wine?
Yeah,
Mix.
not for the kids, for us.
We cut it all out for the kids.
For the kids, you're right. You fool them.
But I don't fool you, do I?
No, no. I like it like this.
A quick way to have a delicious kind of side to mop up this delicious sauce is cheese crostino. A little bit of olive oil, not too much, just like that. And you take good slices of hearty country bread. You put it right in. And to that, we just brush the oil on top. And you certainly can make these in advance, but they're nice when they're nice and warm. You put some cheese on top. Okay, let's check. This is fine. It got a nice browning, so let me just add it on. Okay, nestle. Keep an eye on the bread. A quick flip over. Just like that. And you can weigh it down with a clean pan, just like that. And that will get the bread crusty all over. I'm going to put the lid back on because that contains the heat and gets everything cooked quicker. Let's check it, the bread. You see how nice and crunchy and ready it is? And when you dip this into that delicious sauce, again. Now that you know how fast it is, you can make this anytime for any of your dishes. I'm getting organized here because the chicken is gonna be ready soon. You know, the Italian family, we like it family style. We like big platters. We like to be able to dive back into that platter whenever we want. Okay, so I think we are just about there. So let's begin to plate. And okay, plating is also sometimes, you know, a big questions that you have. You know, how do you plate? I am plating the proteins first, kind of making a nice mound in the center, just like that. And it's always nice, you know, making it fill the plate, but still not be flat. To fish out the vegetables, I like a slotted spoon, so you don't get all the sauce in, and the vegetable you can handle better. Have them flowing where you want them to flow, just like that. And I'm gonna put a little bit of the sauce over it. Now, this is fresh oregano. So you see, I have fresh oregano, and then you add to the end some fresh like that, and the heat of the dish releases again the freshness of that herb. So I think that's a nice family presentation. You know, like I say, tutti a tavola mangiare, they will run to the table. But I'm gonna have a little bit for myself, and what am I gonna take? Wow, wow, a little pepper, certainly. Ah, I'm looking for the wing. Oh, here is the little one. And a little more sauce. Here we go. I'm going to cut a piece of the bread just like that. Mamma mia. This looks fantastico, delicious. So let me cut a little piece of the chicken. A little mushroom. And, oy, oy, oy. And you know what kind of wine would I like with that? Well, I think a nice red wine in the Chianti family is really good with this, although you can have a rosé as well. So, here I go. And there's nothing better than mopping up the sauce with this cheesy bread. Molto buono. And you know, I always love having you at my table. And certainly there's enough food today. So, as I always say, tutti a tavola a mangiare. Venite. Salute.